Men can be impacted by breast cancer. It is a lot more common in women. And today, we're speaking with an artist and a young mother who beat an aggressive form of cancer. At the age of 35, Ashley Saylor was diagnosed months after giving birth. But a great team of doctors have guided her recovery. And so Ashley is joining us this morning with Dr. Joan Mortimer, who is an oncologist from City of Hope. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
This is, of course, an important conversation to have any time but this month. And Ashley, I want to hear a little bit more of your story. I understand you had a family history of cancer.
Yes, my mother and my grandmother were both diagnosed with breast and ovarian cancer. I was tested for the BRCA1 gene and tested positive. And basically, in 2022, I ended up having a baby. Well, got married, bought a house, had a baby, and then
all the beautiful
yeah,
things.
all the beautiful things. And then right after that, ended up being diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer.
And you were so young, 35 years old. What did that feel like?
I mean, I was prepared for it because I knew about, BRCA1. It gave me time to prepare, but it was scary, very scary.
Absolutely. And what did the treatment process look like for you?
Roughly 22 rounds of chemo. Partial mastectomy, double mastectomy, and 16 rounds of radiation.
You've been through all that to be here smiling today. You told me your son is 2 years old now. I'm so happy to see you on this side of the journey. Doctor, I want to bring you in now. Tell us more about her diagnosis, this triple-negative breast cancer, because it's so aggressive.
Yes, so there are a number of different types of breast cancer. The more we understand about breast cancer, the more you realize that it's not just one disease, it's many different diseases. So Ashley talked about having the BRCA1 gene. And women who get breast cancer who have that hereditary predisposition do tend to get triple-negative breast cancer more often. Triple-negative means that it doesn't have targets for hormones or the HER2 gene, and so the treatment is generally with chemotherapy, with or without immunotherapy with it.
Yeah. And here you are today. I know that you're an artist.
Yes.
You still are. Tell me how art has impacted your work. I know you brought this for us this morning.
Yes. Well, I did a show to help me get through the cancer, all the scary emotions that come along with the life-changing impact of cancer. I utilized that in order to paint.
I think that's beautiful. I'm sure that kept you positive and getting through everything that you were going through.
I think my son kept me the most positive, wanting to see him graduate college and see him date his first girlfriend, and my husband, who became husband of the year. I think those things were the most
That
helpful.
support is so important, and that love.
Yeah.
So we had a story about Renee, a man who is dealing with breast cancer. Tell us how often you see men get breast cancer.
Yeah, first I want to give him credit for coming out and being so open about his diagnosis, because men who get breast cancer are not always that open, and it's a really important issue because 1 in 200 cases of breast cancer do occur in men. And most often, because there's not a lot of breast tissue in men, it presents as a lump. But it does occur with some frequency, and men do need to be aware that if there is a lump or a change in the breast, that is a possible diagnosis.
Absolutely. And you hear of someone like Ashley, young, 35 years old, diagnosed with such an aggressive form of breast cancer. And I think a lot of people get worried. What do the current screening guidelines look like? When should you start looking into this?
So first of all, I want to say that any woman who has breast cancer is under the age of 65 right now needs to have genetic testing. And the value of genetic testing is, as Ashley can tell you, you're aware that you're at increased risk. If you are at increased risk, then we tend to do screening procedures much, much earlier than the recommendation, which is currently 40, to start doing screening mammograms at age 40. But if you have a family history, we do much more intensive screenings, and usually have women get a mammogram or an MRI alternating every 6 months, because we are able to find cancers earlier if you have a hereditary predisposition, and therefore it's more curable.
All right, very important information. Ashley, so happy to see you now doing well. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story this morning. And Doctor, thank you so much for being with us as well. Jamie, I'm going to send it back over to you.
Oh, powerful interview. Thank you, Sheba.